On this video, it is Tuesday, 18th December 2012. It's midway through the trading day, 11:27 a.m. I'm done for the day. Just want to put out a little video. Well, this kind of Christmas rally's on its way, isn't it? We're up at 38s, 1438s at the moment. It was kind of an exhaustion buying up bar yesterday. So far today, 0.8 million contracts traded. I think we'll end up with another one of those. But a lot of exhaustion kind of patterns happening at the moment. This is this kind of Christmas rally type thing. So, wait till the new year to see how the trend changes kind of play out, but just be a little bit wary. Strength in the Nasdaq is being driven by Apple. So here's the Apple chart here. The last couple of days we signal end of trend on the way down here. Now this is the daily chart. You can see we had our exhaustion selling bullish divergence on the left hand shoulder. Nice Rambo pattern at the pullback level, and we kind of sink back down, make a bullish divergence again kind of here. It's almost like a flush pattern here, flushing out the sellers at that 500 point, and then we're just starting to have a little bit of strength. But on the weekly charts, I think the trends to the downside. We've had our exhaustion patterns, and I think we'll have to do far more exhaustion selling on the downside in order to find a real bottom for Apple to make a real kind of charge. So I think this is just a little bit of a technical bounce off that end of trend pattern there, and playing along into this Christmas rally. Interesting for me. So a couple of things kind of going my way, a couple of things aren't. The gold one today kind of fell through support, and I've been talking about how this last pattern here was, I thought, a professional selling out of gold, and we were kind of making these flush patterns. We come back down to this really important kind of critical support level, kind of previous 1675, kind of down there is the absolute kind of critical number. And today we kind of sunk through it. I haven't looked at the volumes or anything like that, but if that ends up being a blue professional bar through that, that's falling through the ice. So that's kind of going towards kind of this theory that the move down in gold. There's going to be a move down in gold, and then some strength in the dollar index. Got the same thing going on in silver, so silver weakness today. We're down at 31s. We've got a little bit further in order for this kind of low to be tested, but if it follows kind of gold on the way down, just kind of keeps on slicing through, that'd be interesting. But dollar index, I thought this was the takeoff kind of zone, and then a couple of days ago we had this blue professional down bar. It kind of got caught here. But we've kind of kept on going through. So obviously, continued weakness in dollar index, and the euro's kind of going up. So I don't know. I'm a little bit torn. Again, I just don't think the picture's going to be clear until the first week in January, when we get all this kind of asset allocation out of the way and the Christmas rallies and all that kind of good stuff kind of going on. So. And in terms of today, well, 40,500 hit bar chart. Last 2 days' activity kind of shows the story. We initially kind of sold off. This is after the FOMC kind of day, and we'd had our exhaustion buying bearish divergence, and we kind of sold off pretty hard the last couple of days. This is a really small day because that was our rollover day, so I'm just using the continuous contract here. Continuous contracts don't quite plot correctly, I don't think, on TradeStation during the rollover day. There was more activity kind of going on in the other contract. But anyway, so last couple of days we kind of bottomed with an exhaustion pattern. Blue professional bar kind of comes in there, kind of overshoot the support level, but we kind of go back up, and now we've had, this is a really big reading, over 100,000 over the last 2 days, kind of with this reading up here, and then the blue professional bars are kind of coming in again. So we've probably got to see some bearish divergence before this starts to roll over, and what's going to happen kind of coming into Christmas itself in the next few days, not kind of sure, but that's a really big reading, so just be wary. I don't know, we're kind of broken above here. Anyway, there'll be better points to enter if it kind of keeps on going up, but this has got the makings of a little bit of a exhaustion kind of blow off activity here. And then today's activity was nicely set off. There was a nice setup on a triple support on the 3 different time frames. So 1500 time frame. This is yesterday's activity where we kind of had exhaustion buying, bearish divergence kind of came in. We topped out with blue professional bars. The pullback to end of trend didn't work out quite neatly. It just kind of gave way overnight, but it gave way into a pullback to end of trend sequence this morning that ended up with exhaustion selling. That was a big exhaustion selling reading with bullish divergence kind of comes in, and then testing down with this big amateur down bar. You can see, let me just pull that one up there. Big amateur down bar just at that kind of end of trend point there, just showing lack of selling driven by the amateurs. Bullish divergence kind of comes in again, and we bounce off there. And then on the other time frames, it was a cyclical support area that was holding. So on the, let me show you the 4500 first, bang, there it is. So it was like a double bottom if you like, and you can see less and less selling going on. Bang, there we kind of take off, and it wasn't, the blue professional bars on 4500 right after the open, the professionals were active there. The lows of that bar didn't really get taken out. We come back into that zone again, and then it holds, and we go forward, and this is where the professionals are coming again. Very high average trade size kind of later on today. It was yesterday, was on the FOMC day, and so on. So that's why these kind of areas up in the 20s and 30s, 1420s, 1430s is an area where I think there's professional profit taking going on. And you can see that on the 4500 tip bar chart and the 40,500. And then when you go down to the 500 tip bar chart, you can see here's the beginning of the day, kind of slink off, and then this is how this pattern kind of ended up. Bullish divergence kind of down here. We test the previous low, doesn't work out. Blue professional bar kind of comes in anxious to buy this thing, and the lows of that doesn't get taken out. We keep on going, and then we got a whole series of them. 1, 2. Is there a third one there? No, I think there's just 2. My eyes are going. Just 2 blue professional bars with exhaustion buying here, anxious to get onto this move to break out through this 29 type level into new highs. Bang, takes off. That's the strength showing professional buying of that kind of little breakaway zone there. The lows of those blue professional bars hold. Amateur down bars testing down kind of initially, again holding, so a little bit of amateurs kind of testing. Bang, this is a little congestion zone, with amateur up bars, amateur down bars here, Rambo patterns and so on. We break out of that, bang, into an uptrend, and then this thing just keeps on going and going and going. And at the moment on the 1500 tip bar chart, we're just putting in a pullback to end of trend sequence up here. We've had our exhaustion buying on the left shoulder, bearish divergence kind of come in, so that's going to be an important level. But I think we've definitely passed the window in terms of a reversal day. This isn't going to reverse and go the other way today, but it's just going to mess around those kind of highs. I was long 27.25, got out with 4 points at 31.25. Wasn't a great entry. Should have held till the pro signal exit kind of came out. But it was just nice to take 4 there. Had a couple of losses going into that. 2 3/4 points after 4 trades. Kind of just couldn't get it right. I was thinking this was going to break down, and then when it held, kind of going forward, it was a good kind of breakout trade. So I made a little bit of money today, but not enough. There was more in this, but it's pre-Christmas, not trading all that much, just kind of watching it and seeing what's going on. Anyway, I hope you traded well today, and it'll get a little bit quiet over the next few days as people kind of do their Christmas thing. Reverse went long 27.25, and we don't want to break down here, so we put in our pullback to end of trend 1500 tip bar chart. There's blue professional bars to start with, amateur bars kind of down here. Obviously this kind of selling beginning of the day was enough to bottom it down here, so double bottom, so we've got supports across 3 different time frames, and yep, here we go, going for the break. So then a break above previous high up here at 28s should be big. Alright, so let's try and make some of these losses up. Long 27.25. Here we go, getting the break up to 28. This exhaustion buying is getting this move going. Everybody getting on board, all these blue professional bars kind of jumping the creek here, 28s. So previous high 29 even. Is that right? Yep, 29 even. So we're just a couple of 3/4 point away from that. As soon as we hit that, that will accelerate things. Resistance in 500, 1500, just up here, just underneath 29. So break back above that will take us into uptrends on these 2 time frames. So it's good. No blue professional bars on the 1500, kind of taking profits up here. This I think was just jumping the creek, kind of getting this thing going. So as soon as we come back up through that to 29s, we'll bust some stops. We'll kind of here we go, Rambo pattern. It might be a little bit weaker. Let's see if we get some follow up with professionals taking us through 29s. There we go, blue professional bar. Just that. There we go. Okay, so that's jumping the creek and just starting to run those stops. Come on, take us through here. Jumpy. There we go, blue professional bar, 7,000 on, better momentum on 1500. That's jumping the creek rather than kind of exhaustion buying. So keep on holding. 31.25 is the target, but tempted to push that out. Let's just see what happens. I'm at a down bar there. We only broke it by a quarter point. Come on, there's more to be run there. That was a big amateur down bar, and we're bouncing back off that. So we need to get back through 29s. Amateur up bar, but it's probably just really, a bit of a vacuum on the tape here. Come on, just punch back through 29s, and then that'll take us into an uptrend on 500. Here we go. Yeah, starting to run those stops at 29.75, back up through it. I'm just going to move my target to 32.25 and just try and make up some of those losses on those first couple of trades. Okay, super fast, which is nice. Got to 30, flat top, blue professional down bar in this case, blue professional up bar here, 11,000. This will give us a pro signal exit when this goes off. That's exhaustion buying. But now we're above resistance here, we're into uptrends, so this has got to get resolved on the 500 with a pullback to end of trend, so just got to hold on to where you hit target. Alright, pullback in an uptrend's gone off on 500, so we've got to see this thing through. Hopefully we'll get through 30s and kind of punch up to 32s. Didn't end up being exhaustion buying signal here, just because the exhaustion selling signal was pretty strong on the downside, so there's a big reading 11,000, but we need more than that, so still holding out for more. Just need to run some more stops. This was the kind of area where we ran out of steam yesterday. 33.25 is that overnight resistance up there, so I know it's kind of tempting. You'd have thought they'd try to run it up there. Here we go, up to 30s. Let's keep holding. Here we go, we're just heading up to 31.25, which was the initial target, and we're very close to pullback to end of trend signal going off. Okay, 31.25's done. We've got resistance here, so we've got a pullback to end of trend signal going off close by to resistance. Okay, blue professional up bar here, 32.25 is my target. They're starting to get out up here, so I want to be out soon. 31.25. Just for the 4, couldn't hold it to the 5, just 2 blue professional bars on the 1500 kind of come in here, just had a flush signal kind of go off. I know there's no blue professional bars here on 45, but yeah, just a little bit too much man. It looks like it's gonna pop. Anyway, and the end of trend hasn't gone off yet, so there's a little bit more on it. There we go, 32.25 just got hit with a ramp-up pattern. Damn it. So there was another one in it that I should have just held for. But it's okay. Done for the day. It's 9:34 AM. Hope you traded well.